time I mean it. In 3, 2,
Two.
1.
What's up, Detroit? Real men chopping it up.
Chop, chop.
It's your man, Chef, coming to you live from the Royal Oak Studios, a.k.a. the Green-Eyed Monster, a.k.a. Max Julian, sitting across the table from my boy, Big C.
Diddly, 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 D. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing out there tonight?
All right. We got some players missing in action. Puss,
Right.
we looking for you. Where you at, baby girl?
Yeah, Puss in Boots, she MIA. My boy, the long range sniper Ed, he working at his job today, getting that long bread. So, bro, we understand. Push yo.
We understand. Get your bread
Get
going.
your money.
Get that money going. So, all right. Well, Big C,
What up, though?
it's Black History Month, man.
The shortest month of the year.
The shortest month of the year. Okay. But it should be Black History Month every month.
Yeah, we should be celebrating our heritage and all that good stuff. But hey, it is what it is. But it's Black History Month.
It's Black History Month.
Here
so,
in February.
So before we get started, though, so you've survived the polar vortex, huh?
Absolutely. I'm built for this.
You built for that, huh?
Built for this.
Well, you know what? I'm a Florida man, so
If you weren't ready for the polar vortex, you must have forgot what happened 2 years ago. We already had this is the second one. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking that polar vortex is gonna come every 2 years. So just get prepared. For it. How about
polar
that?
vortex every 2 years.
Every 2 years.
Okay.
Anniversary.
And then we survived the apocalyptic ice storm.
Oh yeah.
It's just amazing to me how the media just comes down.
But you know what I'm mad about? I'm gonna tell you this. What I'm mad
Okay.
about is all these kids getting these days off of school. We used to go to school in 12 feet of snow, and then have no days off.
Man,
A lot of these kids, man, that's all right because y'all gonna be in school to the end of June.
yeah, that's right. Man, let me tell you, my father used to work for the city of Detroit. He ran the snow plows. He said, if I got to plow you a path to that school, you going to school.
You going to school? You gonna learn today.
Yeah, you
You
gonna
gonna learn in that
today.
classroom today.
I think, man,
What's
that's
up, everybody watching this?
that's something, man. We gonna have to maybe do another show on because I think we raising some pretty wussy kids out here, man. I mean, can't even go to school in 1 inch of snow.
Right.
Little
Punks.
Yeah.
What's up, Nicole Green? We see you. What's up? What's good?
Because all they want to do is just sit home and play some video games.
Yeah. And not do nothing else but that and complain. But it is what it is.
It
man.
is
I remember
what-
back in the day when we had days off of school, we got bored because all our friends was in school. Like I was mad. Like, well, I'm at home. I shouldn't have played sick. I should have went to school. All my boys at school.
Yeah, say everybody else in school, I might as well be in school. So, but
But
anyway,
what's up, though? What's the topic for tonight?
topic for the night. So in honor of kicking off Black History Month,
Hey, Karen, how you
we're
doing?
going to turn it back on ourselves. We're
All
going
right.
to talk about the Willie Lynch syndrome.
Willie Lynch syndrome.
Willie Lynch syndrome. I didn't even know they had a name for
Willie
this.
Lynch syndrome.
So you're familiar, Big C, but for those that aren't, there is an infamous purported letter out there from a slave owner back in the
Banks, what's
1700s by the name of Willie Lynch, who wrote a document on how to control the slave population. A dossier, so to speak, of how to control the slave population.
Right.
Okay. It's been widely referenced by a number of prominent people, including Minister Louis Farrakhan, Kendrick Lamar, just to name a few.
Right.
However, research has shown, and I was kind of surprised,
Okay.
that the document is a fake.
The document may be a fake, but the mentality and the what's what I'm looking for? The plan was already was in place. The document may be fake. I don't care what if it's a document, it is. If it isn't, it isn't. But at the end of the day, the plan for black people, the plan to oppress black people, the plan to control black people, the plan to segregate and all that to black people, that plan has been in place forever.
Forever. So
And it's still
even
working.
Even though that document is supposedly not real.
Right. But the ideology is
The ideology behind it.
right there.
Now, I kind of want to, maybe, look at this and say, well, but it does have some truth to it.
Yeah.
Because, back on the plantation, you had the field Negro, house Negro.
That's right.
Okay. Now,
Dissension.
now, division, number one.
Candyland, Samuel L. Jackson. What's up, baby?
Because everybody thought that, the house Negro had it made.
Oh, absolutely.
See, now me, if you look at me, if I was back in the day, I'd probably been a house Negro.
Yeah, because you light skinned.
Because I'm light skinned, right? Because, because Master was in there.
Light skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hater, man. See, Willie Lynch.
Yeah.
Willie Twitch going live and real. And but I imagine that there was some animosity that was going on there.
Absolutely.
Slave, the field slave versus the house slave.
Right.
House slave up in there. We sick, boss.
Mm-hmm.
We tired, boss.
Mm-hmm.
We this, boss. We eat good, boss.
Yeah, the scraps was good.
Scraps was good up in the house.
But the field Negroes. Get that whip.
That's right.
Get that slop.
And pick that cotton. So
What's up, Wanda Radcliffe? Thank you.
now let's come, so many years later, and we're still suffering from the same mentality. So my question,
Okay.
what is it going to take to bring about black unity?
I'd like to pass on that, Alex. I don't know. I mean, dude, it's going to take us stop. I was at a old church I used to go to. We had a thing called a Harvest Conference.
Okay.
And I can't think of what's the pastor's name? Anyway, this pastor came and he preached about being 12 years a slave when the movie first came out.
Mm-hmm.
He preached about 12 years a slave. And he just talked about how even though we're free in terms of we're not all locked up, we have we're free more agents to choose how we want to live, where we want to live, and how we want to function with people.
Mm-hmm.
We still decide that I'm not going to congratulate you when you get a good job.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you that something changed with you. I'm going to tell you all this kind of stuff. I'm not going to congratulate you when you go out and move out the hood and buy a house. I'm going to tell you ain't real no more. You ain't down. I ain't going to congratulate you because that mentality, that slave mentality has trickled down to every generation. Like, some people don't grow up and tell their kids. I mean, some people tell their kids, hey, get out here, get your education. Once you get education, they can't take that away from you. Try to live this American dream. But at the end of the day, it's like, I can't be successful because my brother on the side or my sister on the left, my brother on the right, instead of being happy for me, they're like, oh, he got that little car now, or he got that little job now, he this, and this. And so when you talk about unity, how can we be unified when we've been separated for years?
Okay, so we're talking crab bucket mentality.
Absolutely.
Basically. It's the crab bucket mentality that is going on within our community. And so I believe that we cannot really make effective change in the world until we make effective change within.
Absolutely,
okay?
But who wants to do that?
Well, it's kind of like the hard questions that need to come about, and just like we have to have the hard questions about
hard
racism,
conversations,
hard conversations, about racism. It's the pink elephant in the room, that nobody really wants to talk about, but we need to talk about it amongst ourselves because it's like, even when we rise to the position of prominence, in some circles, we're going back and we're still preaching death, i.e. the rap culture, preaching death back into the community. Yeah. I saw this thing, the other day and, like for Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And I guess Migos and all them got together and they had the stripper bowl. And so they took.
I was not invited.
Almost, I think they said about $500,000 to make it rain.
I was not invited.
No, you weren't invited. But anyway, but it just seems to me instead of, building each other, we're tearing each other down. We're not, like you said, we're not celebrating, the fact that, okay, if you make it, and maybe it's because of a historical fact that once you do make it up and out, you do kind of forget where you came from.
Yeah, I've seen that.
We kind of notorious for that one.
Yeah.
Ain't looking back, ain't trying to help, each other to get somewhere and to be something. And so, but it seems like before we can tackle the racism outside, we have to tackle the racism within.
Absolutely. I saw this meme on Facebook where it showed a guy in prison, it showed a kid at school, and it showed and it said in the topic or the caption underneath said, we in a bad position when you're more concerned about putting money on his books that's in prison instead of putting money on the books of the kid that's trying to go to school.
Exactly.
And and it blew my mind because I'm thinking like, wow, like how many people do I know that have said, well, I got to put some money on this commissary, I got to go do this, got to go do that. But you got a kid that's going to school or trying to go to school, you ain't got no money saved, you can't help pay for nothing. You throwing these open houses, getting all this money, and you letting them go and blow it on clothes, and he ain't even going to school. I mean, it's so much stuff out here that's wrong.
Well,
And-
because we're not valuing education. You know, back in the
yeah,
day,
yeah.
education was
Well,
something to be valued.
Well, and now education is like on a teetering scale because you got people out here that's going to school, getting out of school with this $60,000, $70,000 worth of debt for this degree that they got, can't find a job because now they're overqualified. And then you got people out here who are creating apps and becoming millionaires overnight. So you got a lot of kids now that's thinking, why go to school and start off in debt when I can think of some app I can create and make a whole bunch of money and live like, Zuckerberg or whoever else. So at the end of the day, you got to do whatever is best for you. But again, when it comes to the topic of the show, this Willie Lynch thing, like you said, we have more racism inside our culture than we are experiencing from the outside of our culture.
Right.
Like, we want to be segregated. We don't want to be the same. We want to be a part. Sometimes you can't even. I remember, I think I brought this up on a show a couple weeks ago, how the old couple got beat up at the gas station in Detroit because the dude walked by the guys in the store and said, "Hey, how you doing, black man?" And the kids went nuts and beat him and his wife up.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
How do you beat somebody up and say, "Hey, black man"? Like he say, "Hey, nigga." What's up, my nigga?
Right.
Hey,
Now,
black
maybe
man,
if he'd have said that, it would have been, more acceptable.
What's up, Cass? What's up?
Which
What's up,
kind of
Auntie?
goes to, the mentality of just the fact that, it's insane, sheer insanity what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Out here and the myriad problems, within ourselves.
Right.
Like you say, "What's up, black man?" Where it used to be, a sign of respect, we used to come up and greet with each other like my brother.
Yeah. What's up, home team?
Yeah.
What's up, Slick?
Now my brother has turned into my nigga.
Yeah. And ladies, I'm sorry. Please stop doing this. On everything I love, please stop doing it. Stop calling each other, "This is my bitch. That's my bitch. This is my hey bitch. Hey, what's up, bitch?" I said, because back in the day, you would go give all your brothers and your uncle to go and fight any dude who calls you out your name. Now you wear it like it's a badge of honor.
Now you wear it like a badge of honor.
Can we stop that, please?
Yep.
Just for a minute. How can we get through the summer without hearing a woman call her best friend or they call themselves bitches?
Yep.
Can we do that?
And you
Just
know
please.
what? I think in honor of that, we're going to dedicate a whole show to that one.
Yeah.
Because that
Call
one.
bitch, please.
Yeah. Because that one is a true, head scratcher for me. Because I can't even understand the fact that,
Absolutely, Tanya Hardin. Absolutely.
you would, call somebody out like that because we know what it meant.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But, it's just like the word nigga.
Yeah.
We kind of took that now for years. It was something that was derogatory.
Yeah.
We took it, embraced it, and now.
Turned it into what up, my nigga?
Yeah, now we turned it into something.
Now it done changed, too. Now we ain't niggas no more. You got men calling men my baby and men calling women bro. I don't understand it. I don't know that one. Everybody say, "What's going on, my baby?" Like, what?
I don't know about that.
I done heard that.
I don't
bro.
know about that.
I done heard that. It's like, did you just call him my baby?
Okay, so in getting back where we was, so this Willie Lynch syndrome, okay, basically it came about because Master was out there.
Yeah, wanted to control the slave.
But he was out there, having sex with, the slave women.
Imagine that.
And producing a race of children.
Thomas Jefferson.
A race of children. He was producing a race of children that were typically called, the quadroons, the light-skinned blacks.
That ain't my baby boss.
That my baby boss.
Lies.
And it kind of got into, the Constitution that a man was, considered, if he had 1% black blood in him, he was considered black, So, I mean, we've had this has kind of been woven into the fabric,
Right.
of society.
By people who are not that color.
But then you go off and do you remember A Soldier Story, the movie A Soldier Story?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember the scene, Adolf Caesar. He was, he was against what was the guy's name in that movie? The one that CJ.
CJ, yeah.
He was against CJ, right? Because Adolf Caesar thought he was above, a darker skinned black person.
Right.
And we have, put that in society.
Yep.
That we think light skin is better,
Mm-hmm.
long hair is better,
Mm-hmm.
straight hair is better,
Mm-hmm.
everything that's lighter is better.
Yep.
Okay, so now the dark skinned blacks, and then and let's go here. Remember on How to Be a Player,
Mm-hmm.
Light skinned brothers coming back.
Yeah. No, they're not.
They always was in, so hey, they loved us. What's up, Miss Sonia Reeves? What's up, Garrett Harshaw? How you doing? Oh, Miss Krista Shrub. Hey, how you doing, lady? Thanks for tuning in, watching us. Real men chopping it up.
My boy Cassell Giles says, excellent points. We are quick to embrace some of the most ignorant customs and practices and call it our own. I have never agreed with that. What other cultures do that or does that?
No, they don't do it.
No, they don't do it.
No, they don't do it. We the only ones that kill our own.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't get that. That's what I'm saying. Where is it? Okay. And sometimes I think, if Dr. King or Malcolm or anybody was to come and walk the streets today, what do you think they would think?
What the hell done happened here?
I took a bullet for this.
You mean to tell me you niggas?
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause that's what y'all acting like.
You niggas out here ain't got no dreams no more. Y'all got nightmares. The hell's going on?
Hey. But it's amazing to me because I remember growing up, you had the different societies for black excellence. Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? The debutantes or whatever that ball that they
debutante ball. Yeah.
Debutante ball, where, everybody, there was
the elite.
The elite of the elite,
Yeah.
But when it all boiled down to it, you're still black,
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, we all can be elite. But the problem is, again, we don't want to see each other win. Like if I start a business, start making money instead of people supporting the business, you rather talk me down. You rather, I ain't gonna be a part of that. Like, people know on my Facebook page I wrote a book 2 years ago.
Can I get a discount?
I still got people who ain't bought the book, who told me I should have wrote the book, who didn't support me. And to me, I wasn't trying to be out here like a TD Jakes and sell 3 million copies. I said, well, if every one of my Facebook friends buy a book, I feel like it was a success. But then I had to realize that the book wasn't meant for everybody. So I understood it.
And what was the title of the book?
I forgot the title of my own book.
Oh, Lord.
That's terrible. Been so long ago, I put the book down.
He put the book down, ladies and gentlemen.
Put the book down. But it was basically the book was about finding your own spiritual way with God, learning how to, create your own truths and not hanging on somebody else's anointing and things like that. And but it just goes to show that we'll support World Star, we'll support stuff going viral, we'll support somebody, we'll videotape people getting beat, shot, raped, but we won't stand up and support somebody when they got an idea or when they got a business. But you'll want something for free from that business. Like I had a girl tell me because we used to kind of date that she should get a free book. I'm like, why are you trying to pimp my gift?
so you weren't worth $13.95.
No, I wasn't worth $13. I guess. I guess I made myself cheap. I guess I don't know, but it just goes to show that people just don't want to support you.
I don't know. Maybe your date wasn't. Maybe she wasn't all that.
The title of the book was Truth, Wisdom, and Inspiration. That's what it was.
Truth, Wisdom, and Inspiration.
I was just trying to help some people out here, trying to do my thing. But it just goes to show, man, that mentality that has been embedded in our DNA. Like we I think we almost like natural. We weren't naturally born haters, but once the slave game hit and you like you said, house nigga, field nigga, and you saw the difference in what the house dude was getting as opposed to the field dude was getting. Then you like, oh, I don't like them, and I mean it's just inbred in who we are now. It's like. In
case for those just tuning in, we're talking about the Willie Lynch syndrome. Willie Lynch syndrome, which we have fact-checked and shown that it is a false document. The Willie Lynch letter is purportedly a false document that never existed.
And this episode of Real Men Chopping It brought to you by Frito-Lay's Plain and Frito-Lay's Barbecue.
So, but even though it is a false document, the idea, it was a seed. It was something that was planted within us, and then it served to divide us. And it seems like every time we do try to do something positive, there's something that does come about to try to destroy it.
That's right.
I remember living in Oakland, California, back during my time in the military, and learning about the Black Panthers.
Okay.
And the Black Panthers, started out there. Huey Newton.
Yep.
They had a whole system, man, that was just the bomb. They provided health care, food assistance, housing, things like that. But
that's too much for them. That's too much for them.
Now, they were infiltrated by the government. Let's keep it real. But it seems as though there were others out there that if you aren't on their team, you ain't down for the cause.
Right.
So you had different factions going against. And even, if you look at Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, they came around the same time.
Right.
Different messages, different ideologies. But even Malcolm came to realize that there was, at one point in time, you read some of his writings, he was against the things that King was, trying to teach, the nonviolence, things of that nature.
Yeah, he was any means necessary. King was nonviolent.
Right.
Right.
So, but he did come to embrace some things.
Right.
So he did learn.
Right.
We can't seem to learn.
I don't think we can't seem to. I think we don't want to.
We don't want to.
Big difference.
Big
because
difference.
we all got an idea of what life is. We all got an idea of what we should be doing, how we should be doing it. And when anybody kind of try to come and try to give you a little bit of enlightenment about something different, either you buck the system and you don't want to hear it because you got your own thought process. Like it's so much stuff out here that shouldn't be happening, shouldn't be going on. But at the end of the day, we are raising and we are being taught and it's been encoded and embedded that we're gonna be natural born just dissenters. We're gonna buck the system no matter what it is because number one, we feel like we've been taken advantage of. Number two, we feel like we owe something. Number three, we feel like that when we watch other people who don't have half as what we have get more than what we got, it's like, well, how is that possible? And you realize that sometimes you're just not gonna get what you want because the color of your skin. Like it amazes me that I can walk into a store and I'm already profiled, I'm already looked at. 5 people are gonna come ask me, "Can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you?" Like, no, but another ethnic group will walk in the store and they can walk around the whole store for 20 minutes and nobody say nothing to them, or they just say something to them one time, but they watching me, but not watching them. And so
because society has and we all know what it's rooted in. It's rooted in fear. Yeah. Okay, so society has placed this fear, but
wait. Why should we fear society when we're black people and Mexican people and Asian people and Chinese people aren't the ones locking kids up?
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Well, just saying. But it reminds me of I don't know if you saw the video of the young girl. I think she was maybe like 8 or 9. And they put 2 dolls in front of her. One was a dark-skinned doll and one was a white doll.
Mm-hmm.
And she immediately chose the white doll over the dark doll.
Right.
And when they asked her, why did you choose
What's
that?
up, everybody? What's up, Ed? Watching from work?
What up, Ed, the sniper? What's happening, man? Miss your brother. Miss your presence in here. Also, shout out to our girl Puss.
Yeah, she's MIA.
Yep, Puss is MIA.
No call, no show.
Maybe she's on special assignment.
A special assignment.
We'll get back to you on that. But anyway, they asked her why she preferred the white doll over the dark doll. She said, and it was just amazing that at 8 years old, she said the white doll was prettier, the hair was prettier, the features were better. Mm-hmm. So I find that this syndrome, so to speak, is even reaching down to our kids.
Oh, it's being taught.
It's being taught.
It's being taught. I mean, when you look at the word says Jesus had what? Wool hair and skin of bronze, but when you look at the pictures of Jesus on the wall, it's
he blind and blue-eyed.
Blind and blue-eyed.
Everybody know Jesus white.
Yeah, okay. But I'm just saying that's just what it is.
What's up? Shout out to my boy Michael Bates. What's up, man? Thanks for the props. We love you, man.
I don't know, bro. We just talking.
Yeah, we just talking today. Now, normally we cut up on the show, but I think Black History Month gonna be a little serious. So
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Because some of these things we really need to get out and talk about. And I'm gonna be truthful with you. I mean, sometimes I have my leanings. Now, I'm light skinned, right? But I typically attract darker skinned women.
Mm-hmm.
But I like light skinned women.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me why, but
He's racist.
I know. I guess I'm a little racist, y'all. But I typically, track towards that. But I mean, I'm an equal opportunity,
He's an equal opportunity employer.
I mean, let's face it, booty is booty. If it's good,
How you go from Willie Lynch to booty?
Hey, we talk about it.
You do it all here. Come on down, the real man, chop it up. You want to talk about everything?
Chop it up,
chop.
Yeah. But I've even, but I talk about that because I've even heard that women and men consider who they're going to date or want to marry based upon the color profile that they want their kids to be.
I've heard that too.
Okay,
so that's what I said. That's what I'm saying. When you talk about how we gonna get this thing back together and be unified, it's too deep. It's genetically deep. It's down in the DNA chromosomes X and Y deep.
It's something we can't even get.
Nah, you can't do nothing about that.
Right. This episode is brought to you by Cart Horse IPA, Old Nation.
What's up, though, Ed?
Refreshing.
What's up, boo? I see you on there watching.
So
fine.
Okay. So if we
up,
talk
bro?
about, what maybe are some solutions to bring about that love and that unity? Is it a spiritual thing? Is it a natural thing? How can we really begin to embrace one another and celebrate the fact? Because see, here's the thing. Yeah, I'm light skinned. I don't have anything to do with what happened back there on the plantation, way back down through my history and my DNA.
Right.
I am what I am, but I can't look down my nose at the dark-skinned brother. If anything, I need to celebrate the fact that, within the black community is a plethora of, unique talents, unique shades, unique features.
Minds and thoughts and everything.
Minds and thoughts, and maybe this is what it's all about. Maybe we're just breeding to breed the it's amazing to me that we're more concerned now about gender-based things than we are about color.
Yeah, but that's the way the world's going.
Right.
That's the way of the world. You're going whatever's a trending topic, that's what everybody's going to talk about. Mm-hmm. Just like I said, to answer some of your questions about how do we get back to it and what do we do about it, it got to start with us being more about us, like being more interested in finding out about how we can come together, be more interested in finding out what can we do to move to a higher level of thinking, a higher level of community, a higher level of this is us. Like when you look at every state across this country, there's an Arab town, there's a Chinatown, there's a Mexican town.
Right. But they ain't no little Africa.
No, there ain't no little Africa nowhere. When we had Black Bottom in Michigan, they decided to put 75 through it.
Yeah, come on now. My father was a product of Black Bottom. 75 came right through it.
So, when you see that everything in this country's history has been to destroy anything black, any type of black culture, we get they put us
Black Wall Street,
put us in the space with the worst neighborhoods, the worst schools, and then
Paradise Valley.
Then wonder why, why are these black young men turning into gangsters and violence and all this kind of stuff? Well, you're not giving them an opportunity to do anything else. If we can't throw a football, we can't shoot a basketball, we can't hit or bat a baseball, or you can't make an album.
But okay. I'm glad you said that because I saw a video online the other day, and LeBron James. Mm-hmm. Now everybody know who LeBron James is,
right?
Okay, and maybe this is kind of getting away from the Willie Lynch thing, but we talking about the overarching thing, racism,
right?
Okay, in America, Black History Month. These are our topics for this month. But okay, LeBron James, he basically came out as famous as he is,
Mm-hmm.
and as much money as he has, he still suffers from the effects of racism.
Absolutely.
Oprah Winfrey. They talked to her. They interviewed her. She said she went in this store. Now everybody know who Oprah is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if Oprah got sunglasses, a hoodie, and
That's right.
and a starter cap on. You know Oprah when she walk up.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, you look at the card. She presented the black card to a cashier,
Mm-hmm.
and the cashier questioned
If it was her card.
if it was her card.
Yeah.
So these are the things that we still face to this day.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
If I was Oprah, I'd have called, made a phone call, and bought the store. It's like, now whose card is it? Now you know who I am.
So these are the things that we still continue to face. But I don't think that we can really go outside until we start with inside.
Absolutely.
We got to get back that love. We got to get back that respect for one another. We got to get back to, let's celebrate, like you said.
Right.
Each other's accomplishments, what they're doing, the positive steps that they're making, whether you're light-skinned, dark-skinned, in between. We got a wide array, of across the spectrum, in order to be able to be the people that we were supposed to be.
Right.
I think our show next week, we're going to be looking at some of the hidden figures, to really celebrate, some of the accomplishments of some unknown black people,
Right.
that have been kind of marginalized. The movie Hidden Figures, let you know. Now, that was near and dear to me because I studied, aerospace engineering back in school, in college, and things to know. And here's the thing, studied it, but nobody ever talked about those people.
Of course not. Because, excuse me, this is a disclaimer. Just like the stuff that's happening right now in Detroit, all the shops, all the new homes, all the new lost downtown, all the new businesses coming to the city, trying to and the whole revitalized and the district downtown and all that kind of stuff. Why didn't that happen with Archer? Why didn't it happen with Kwame?
Well, we know why.
Well, I mean, but before the trouble, before the trouble.
You talking about good Kwame or bad Kwame?
I'm talking about good Kwame. I'm talking about pre
Christine Beatty.
Yeah, pre Christine Beatty. But my point is this: it's like the governor of the state. It's like the country, the White House. It's like everybody pretty much sat and watched and damn near let Detroit come to a slow heartbeat to the point where it almost flatlined.
Because it was black people.
Because they could not let a black man get credit for the revitalization of Detroit.
You racist.
It's absolutely. as soon as Dugan got in office, now all this business want to flood downtown.
Right.
All this stuff want to happen. It's like why wouldn't it okay for Kwame? Why wouldn't it have been? Do you think we had this same revitalization if Benny Napoleon would have won the election?
I mean,
absolutely not.
Probably not. But
Because
wait a minute, Benny light skinned, so
but
maybe.
He still, absolutely not. Because it still would have been credited to a black man.
Okay.
When and people trip me out when they say, "Well, I'm voting for Dugan because we need change." And I said, "But do y'all realize that Dugan sold the DMC out?"
Mm-hmm.
As soon as Dugan got in office, all of a sudden, Great Lakes Water Authority just appeared out of nowhere and took over half of the building downtown, or the water department, because for years, the suburbs have been trying to get control of the Detroit water system.
Right. We know.
So this company comes out of nowhere, and now I know for a fact what I'm talking about, because at the end of the day, I worked down at the Detroit Water Department building as an electrician for Lakeshore Global, and the top 10 from 9th floor from the 8th to the 12th floor, 10th floor, whatever, the top half of the water department building, Great Lakes Water Authority owns, and the bottom half is Detroit City Water. So now Great Lake Water Authority controls all of the issues that happen outside of the city, and then the Detroit Water Department only controls the stuff that happens inside the city.
Okay.
And so a couple of the guys I work with was like they were given the ultimatum and the choice, either stay with the city or they call it Gleewa, or go over to Gleewa. And I'm like, well, that's what they've been trying to do for years, is get the water. Years, that's been the biggest thing. Trying to get
water
the water
is life.
Absolutely. So now it's like, that's what I'm saying. That's why I wasn't so impressed with this revitalization, with this new heartbeat of Detroit, with this new all this stuff. Because at the end of the day, you let the city damn near come to death because you didn't want a black man to get credit for the city being turned around. You'll give him credit for bringing the Super Bowl here because that's little.
Right.
You'll give him credit for having Winter Blast and all that kind of stuff, but the whole total revitalization of Detroit, no, we can't give him credit for that.
But if you remember, because Kwame did have that chance because he was in cahoots and he was talking to Dan Gilbert at the time.
Right.
Because right before they really took him down, he was having the meetings with Gilbert.
Yeah.
So if he hadn't been stupid enough to fall for the okie doke, or believe
if he would have gave the money to the right people, if he would have greased the right palms. Because at the end of the day, Dugan is doing the exact same thing Kwame did. He got his boy tearing down houses, getting paid more money than Kwame paid. Than Kwame was playing old boy. So it's the same thing. It's just you gotta be the right color and grease the right palm.
Yeah, but he didn't play the game.
That's my point.
See, that's what I'm saying. He didn't play the game the right way. So that was. Let's see. Hold on. We got Miss Markiba Thomas. The larger question for Detroit is why did they run the black businesses that were in the area out?
Because same reason they ran Henry the Hatter out. He did not fit the new mold of the new Detroit.
He does not fit the new mold. And in this now, that's a good point, Markiba, because in this revitalization, the millennial population that's now coming downtown, is expecting a different physical makeup. They want more restaurants, more bars, more eating, establishments that cater to their needs.
Yeah.
So Henry the Hatter and City Slicker Shoes and Hot Sam's and all that for years. Now, I remember working down at the Athenaeum Hotel.
What's up, Nisha?
And when people would come in, like all the ballers would come in, check into the hotel, and they'd be like asking me, like, "Hey, man, there's a place around here not too far to sell gators." I said, "Oh, man, you talking about the Broadway, City Slicker Shoes, right around there. Just walk right down the thing. They come back with 3 or 4 bags full of gators. Like, hey, we were immortalized by Biggie Smalls.
Now, why City Slicker turn into a Rockport store?
Hey, well,
because we don't, or what's the other one? Steve Madden.
Steve Madden store. We gotta have Steve Madden in order to be successful.
Yeah.
But I mean, here's the thing. Once again, I think it does get back to what we were originally talking about. Somewhere down along the line, we have to gain the unity to gain the power. And what I mean by gain the power, I mean just to be the collective force, to work together, to be the best that we can be. Okay, like you were saying, we are the only race on the planet right now that doesn't work together.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sorry. I've seen it. Look, when I was living out there in California, man, I was installing cable. And I would go up into houses of Asian, Vietnamese, Filipino households.
Right.
Man, they'd have like a 3-bedroom house, and in each bedroom they had like 3 sets of bunk beds, like triple, like 9 beds along the wall in there, and each of them was sleeping. And so one day I got curious and I asked, I said, "What is this all about?" He said, "We bring the families over from the country. They go out, they work.
Never say that money.
Everybody pool the money together. Then the next family that's up, so if it's your turn, you get to take the pool and go buy a house. Then you do the same thing in your house, until, so you keep multiplying.
Right.
We can't do that.
Nah, because somebody ain't going to want to pay the bill.
Ain't going to want to pay the bill.
Somebody ain't going to want to work.
They're going to be like, "Oh, man, You know how it is. I ain't got it right now, dog, but I put a little something on it."
But I got this blunt.
But, hey, let's not go there,
I mean, man, like I said, it's just it's encoded, man. It's encoded in our DNA. We've been hating on each other since inception almost. So when you're trying to bring unity to a culture that's been ununified for so long is. Yeah, we came together with the Malcolms and the Martins and the Medgars. We even came together with the JFK. But at the end of the day, it seems like every time there's something that's going to bring us together, the government finds a way or somebody finds a way to destroy it.
Now, I want to put a disclaimer in here. I'm not against my white brethren. I love my white brethren because, we can see throughout history that, some of you all have played an intricate part in the advancement of our cause and getting us to where we needed to be. I mean, I can think of people like, shout out to Viola Liuzzo. I hope I pronounced that right. Liuzzo was one of the freedom riders that, got killed out there, going in between places in Mississippi trying to register blacks to vote.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we got good folk on the other side. But I think what we're really speaking to is the undercurrent that is, coursing through society. And I'm just going to call it like it is and saying, white is right.
Hey, you got your mistake dent talking about some make America white again. I mean, great again.
Did you say mistake again?
Mistake dent. Yeah,
mistake dent. Yeah, also known as 45. And
also
the reason
known as asterisk.
Asterisk. And the reason why I say this, man, because you want to know how big this thing is, how big this whole light skin versus dark skin thing is. I don't know if we'll be able to really make a dent in it because it's through every culture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, over in Thailand, what do you think the most popular thing that is sold over in Thailand?
Probably Jordans.
Skin lightening cream.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Skin lightening cream. You go over to Thailand, you see all these billboards for cream to lighten your skin, okay? Who was the baseball player? Sammy Sosa. Sammy Sosa.
Went from brown skin, almost dark skin, to light skin, almost white.
He got vitiligo.
Yeah. He got retarded.
he got vitiligo. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I love the skin I'm in. I ain't trying to lighten it. I'm just trying to get it nice and smooth. That's all I'm trying to do.
But what I'm saying is, it's the largest thing. Okay, in the Asian culture, I was talking to some Asians. Okay, they have a system whereby if they see that your skin in most Asian cultures is tanned, they know that you're a working class person. You're lower class.
Right, because you're out in the sun.
Because you're out in the sun. Now, the more milkier, the more white your skin is, the better you are. Okay?
See?
In the Indian culture, okay? Cuban. Dark-skinned Cubans, light-skinned Cubans. Dark-skinned Indians, light-skinned Indians. It's inbred throughout this world that light, white is better.
Well, you got to think about who was most of the explorers of the world of the early days, and ships going from port to port, taking goods and picking up goods. It's always been that way.
But we was out there.
Yeah.
Hannibal.
Yeah.
Big explorer. Hannibal was a black man.
Hold on.
He was out there kicking ass and taking names, okay? Now, I just thought of this, too, okay? and this just hurt my heart. That's why I got to say something about it. This just hurt my heart. Lil' Kim, back in the day when Biggie first, got a hold of her, was fine as all get out.
Yeah, I don't know what she did to herself. But all the stuff she did to herself is because magazines said this is what beauty is nowadays. That's why you got a lot of these women out here trying to shape their waist, getting all this surgery done, the Botox, the lifts, the face this, the face that. I mean, people are looking at what society says is beauty, and they're changing their appearance to try to meet that what society says is beautiful.
Right.
When you got people with eating disorders like bulimia and all that kind of stuff, and they eating food just to get in their bodies for a few minutes and throwing it up so they can stay a certain size, it's like, That's retarded.
So society is running this thing.
Yeah, they run everything.
Society and the media is running it.
Terrible.
So, black people, when we gonna stand up? When we gonna, stop with the dictates? I think we're most susceptible to society.
I agree.
But
you say when we gonna stand up, we can't because we're consumers. We're not. We have some entrepreneurs. We have some people that want to do more, be more, and be in a certain situation. But majority of us are consumers, so we just go with the flow. Like I have an issue and a serious problem with these dudes that's out here now wearing all these skinny jeans and, as my little nephew said, jeggings. Like, I ain't never heard nothing like that. Like,
you don't want to be like Lil Wayne, man?
Nah.
You don't want to wear no jeggings?
Nah.
When you going to wear jeggings?
Never.
Man? Come on.
Never.
Come on, man.
Never.
Go on ahead and rock the jeggings.
Never.
And just conform.
Never.
Okay? Conform.
Never.
Because that's what they want us to do, man.
Absolutely.
That's why they
take your masculinity away. Take your feminism away. Just make you feel like you just existing and not really living. And it goes to that's how we talk about when we gonna come together in unity and be one voice. One band, one sound. It's gonna be kind of hard for that.
I got my baby Hope Ellison.
One band,
tuning
one
in.
sound.
What's up, baby? Love you. So anyway,
you said, "What's up, baby? Love you." Oh my God. Blowing kisses to the people on the Facebook.
I gotta get some love out to some people.
Whatever.
Gotta get
Black
some
people.
Wow, I feel
My
love.
boy Ed Telly said, "Black people are standing up now." Please explain, sir. We're down an engineer right now, so we're gonna put the number up to call in a minute. We're waiting for our engineer to come back to the studio so we can.
I don't think we got an engineer today.
Yeah, we just out here we out here free balling.
We just out here freestyling tonight. Our engineer Ryan.
Ryan played us tonight. Everybody not here. Ed not here.
Ed
Puss
not here. Puss
Ryan
not here. So we just free flowing tonight. It just is what it is. And we
It's all
talking
good.
Black history. We talking racism in America. We talking, just everything. It's a free flowing show.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you got any questions right now, just go ahead and put them on my Facebook Live page. If you're on my live page watching this show, just put up your questions. We'll see if we can answer for you until we can get the phones going so we can have a couple calls come in.
If you got any questions right now, like I said, we're down an engineer. So just hit up the Facebook Live page, put your questions in. We will answer, or any comments that you might have, we will answer them for you. So, getting back to this thing, once again, hold on, station break. This show is brought to you by Old Nation Cart Horse IPA, a refreshing brew.
What up?
So anyway, why though? It seems like okay, it's all education. That's what it really all boils down to. I really believe that education has been stripped away from us, and we kind of let it go,
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't even know. And what I mean by that, education brings about identity. We don't know who we are. We don't know the race of people that we are. We don't know the greatness that we descend from.
Well, that's because we was told we was going on a carnival cruise and we was on a slave ship.
We was on a carnival cruise.
A.K.A. slave ship. So we just took our identity, brought us over here and gave us new names, gave us new identities, and said, here, go work on this field or go work in this house. Thought it was a 7-day carnival cruise?
Come
No.
pick cotton over here at Master's house,
Right.
and we going to give you free lodging.
Right.
You ain't got to pay for
Thought
nothing.
we was going to a resort, huh? Thought we was all-inclusive, huh?
Is that how we market it?
Wrong again.
Is that how we market in slavery?
Wrong again. Thought it was all-inclusive.
But here's the thing. Okay, let's look at that. I'm sorry. I'm just thoughts are just kind of flowing in here. Okay, look, the Jews faced it worse.
Mm-hmm.
They had to go through concentration camps.
Yeah,
But they came out and became one of the most powerful forces
yeah, because they stuck together.
because they stuck together.
But see, think about this though. They were all in a concentration camp. It wasn't one
And they was all the same skin color.
They wasn't all in and one in the main house, and the other one's in the concentration camp. No, it was a house nigga and a field nigga. Jews was in a complete concentration camp. That's it.
That's a good point.
So in that concentration camp, with all of them being together, what do you think they had to do? But come together.
But come together, right?
But with us being in the field and one in the house, we like, and that nigga up there in the house.
Okay.
He like, look at them niggas out there in the field. Hey, look here, Candyland. We in Master's house. You out there in the field. It's hot in the mug out there, ain't it?
sipping on Master's iced tea, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, Jews were all one skin color. Okay.
Hold on one second. I got to come here before you.
All right, go for it.
Ed says, look at the world at large. More black folks have run for office than ever. The internet has made it easier for black creatives to pursue their dreams without interference from the racist infrastructure. It is a real way. It has created more freedom for black folks than ever. It's the snowball rolling down the hill, basically.
Okay, so he's saying that
we're using the internet to push our message as opposed to just being out here.
So we do have the opportunity.
Yeah, the opportunities are there, but again, it's like you can have like with the young lady who ran for Stacey Abrams, who ran for governor.
Okay.
She had the greatest message. She came with facts. She came with numbers. She came, first off, disclaimer. First off, here's my thought on the whole thing. Like, there should be no reason, there should be no possible way that a person who is the Secretary of State, who controls the election process in your state, should be able to keep his job while he runs for the highest office in the state.
Exactly.
If something wrong with that, that rule should be changed because of the fact that you should have wanted to resign that position because you should have not wanted any ill will words said against you about possibly tampering with the election. Let's get to that first. There should be no reason why you, as a Secretary of State who controls the election results and pollings, should be able to run for governor and keep your job at the same time.
Well, I believe that's covered in a college course called ethics.
Well, when we talking about people who don't have ethics. We talking about people.
We're talking about people that don't have ethics.
Who just want to run everything, who want to rule everything and want to rule everybody.
How you doing?
That's what we talking about. So some of these people don't have that. It's like you can't have a brotherhood if everybody don't even understand what a brotherhood means. It's impossible. Like I work with, and just to show you how the difference of the cultures is. I was working at this place called Progressive Tooling Industries.
Okay.
Is a black guy I work with named Jules. I haven't talked to him in years, but if you watch, I know you ain't watching. But what's up, Jules? This man lost his mother, right, while we were working. So we took a week off of work. They buried his mom, everything. Came back to work after about 2 weeks. He came back to work.
Okay.
White guy walks up. So, you of your mom being dead yet? He was like, what? When you have a culture that feels no remorse, no grief, no nothing, you have that's a culture that's the culture that's going to take over the world.
Okay.
Because they're not going to care about what you're going through. They're not going to care about how it looks. And back to the mistake of that, when you got people who are agreeing with him taking these kids from families,
right,
who are agreeing with him saying this is what needs to happen and don't have any remorse or any type of sympathy towards it, you're in trouble. And the bad part about it, here's the funny thing about it. From what I understand from looking at different statistics and polls and numbers, like they're not the majority.
No,
but they got the majority of the money.
Right.
And money rules everything.
And money rules
Cash
everything.
Get the money, dollar bill, y'all.
There you go. It's all about the dollar.
Absolutely.
But if we could realize that we got the majority of the dollar.
Yeah, but we too busy buying. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, anyway, we buying Jordans and, Hey, Miss LaShawn, we talking about the Willie Lynch syndrome tonight on Real Men Chopping It Up.
Can we take some calls?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. All right. If you want to call, now's a good time to do it. Number is 248-579-5672. 5295. Now's your chance to call in.
If you
Let
want
us
to
know what's
call
going
in,
on. You got a concern,
248
a question, a comment, a concern.
579
Hit us up and let us know what's up.
5295.
Money and control. Absolutely, Karen Paris. Money and control.
We're taking calls if you want to call in. 248-579-5295. We're talking about the Willie Lynch syndrome. All right.
We got a call.
We got a caller.
Caller, you're on the air.
What up, though?
What up, Doe? Our boy, the long range sniper.
We got the long range sniper. And
Yo,
sorry for
man.
y'all on Facebook
Ain't
Live.
a damn
You can't
thing
hear it.
changed. What up, though? Be peace, y'all.
But if you go to Podcast Detroit and go live from Studio
What's up, bro?
1, you can hear
Hey.
it. That is correct, LaShawn.
Hey, look, you know y'all killing me in here.
I know.
How we killing you?
Yeah, you know y'all killing me up here.
What's up, man?
'Cause
We miss you, man.
this-
You need to be in the chair.
Cause this my kind of conversation. Hey, look, man. All work and no play will get you paid. I got a job.
You got 3 minutes? Wow.
I got to work.
Okay, we only got 3
But,
minutes here. Go for it.
No, I'm just saying, like y'all covered a lot of stuff, man, and Cliff really said a lot. I just wanted to add that as far as us staying together, and as far as us like working together as a people, I mean, if you out here looking at seeing what people doing, it's coming. But this is the first time in probably 100 years that black people are starting to do it without a bunch of wholesale interference
Right.
by the racist infrastructure of America, because it's almost impossible to catch. They still trying to pull that bullshit, just like down in Georgia and Florida, you know, like those governors races.
Right.
Where they committing all this voter fraud because they're afraid of black folks voting. They're afraid of a lot of poor folks voting. They're
Right.
afraid of a lot of the other colored people voting because they know they're not voting for that old shit. They
Right.
voting for the new shit.
Right.
They voting for the people. They
Right.
not voting for the power structure. They voting for the people.
Right.
And it's coming. But I mean, if you think about it, if you look at the arc of history, man, it was almost 150 years before the 13th Amendment was ratified by the state of Mississippi.
That's true.
Think about that.
Come on now.
150 damn years for a state to recognize black folks should be free.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
So it ain't gonna happen all the time, and I guess in my mind it'll take a certain point in history where it's impossible for those ideas to overpower what people are trying to do. Because
Right.
there's enough black people with money and resources and power now to really kind of put the kibosh on all that bullshit before. Because people are waking up, and it ain't just black people, it's white people and everybody else that's
Right.
saying, like, you know what?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
America, and that kind of stuff ain't fair.
So we all coming
You know what I'm
together.
saying?
That's the thing.
So let's make it fair.
Let's
But
make
that's
it
all
fair.
I had to say, man. I know you ain't got much time. You only got like a few more minutes. I just wanted to call in and say, what up, though?
What up, though? Ed, the big sniper, we love you, man. Hey, look forward to getting you back
Hey,
in the
dog.
chair, bro.
Whatever, man. I'll holler at y'all later, man.
All right,
Bye, man.
Peace out. Peace out. All right. Looks like we're going to be wrapping up here in just a minute. How much time we got? Oh, we only got 1 minute. Take us out, Big C. We only got
Well,
1 minute.
we want to thank everybody for tuning in, and we want to say, hey, before we can ask for any kind of change, we got to change ourselves first. We got to open up our mindset to work with everybody, no matter what color you are, no matter what's going on. Let's all just come together, do something positive. Let's make some moves out here. Let's take over this world, and let's make it a better place for ourselves. You know, you got to start with you first. You can't point the finger at everybody else and don't realize them 3 fingers pointing right back at you. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do out there in these streets? What you gonna do out there in your communities? What you gonna do out there in your homes? It started at home too. Raise your kids up right. Raise your kids up to want to go to school, get an education, or design something, or create something, or get copyrights. We got to do it. You can't say society's holding me back when you sit at home chilling.
Well said, my brother. Well said. Well, we've had another good show tonight. Real men chopping it up, talking about the Willie Lynch syndrome. We out. Peace out. See us next week.